There was a time where in my training, really everything was about me and what could I go win. And it reached a point where it was like, I've won everything that I had set out to win. Now what? And actually, I almost quit training horses at that point. It was like I accomplished everything. Now what do I go accomplish? And kind of my perception changed at that point. Figured I'd start off by talking just kind of about me, myself, and kind of what sets me different from other trainers on YouTube and on social media. I've been training for a long time, probably 30 years or so. And I don't start near as many horses as I used to. We still start some, and most of the horses that I have are to take to show. I'll work some horses with some issues. There's always horses with that kind of thing, but I've won several world top tens in a couple of different classes, and I take what I learned training horses up to that level and apply that to, it looks like he's got a fly bothering him, and I apply that to every horse that comes in. Horses that come in to start, horses that come in with a problem, and use what I learned training horses up to that level and apply that to every horse. There was a time where in my training, really everything was about me and what could I go win. And it reached a point where it was like, I've won everything that I had set out to win. Now what? And actually, I almost quit training horses at that point. It was like I accomplished everything. Now what do I go accomplish? And kind of my perception changed at that point. Instead of what could I win, that more became taking every horse that I got and making that horse become as good as that horse could be. And that really changed my perception a lot. And now, instead of picking the couple best horses I can get and going and winning whatever I can win, now I take not everything that's sent to me, not everything that people message me about, but most horses, and do the best I can with each one of those horses. And I think in a lot of ways that's even more gratifying than when I was trying to win world titles, because I can take whatever horse is sent to me, and I want to make that individual horse the best that horse can be. And once in a while I get horses like Hank, which I've had him for a long time. He doesn't belong to me. A lot of people ask that question. Doesn't belong to me. He belongs to Melissa. And he is 12 now. I've had him, I think he was about 4 or maybe just turned 5 when I first got him, and I've had him ever since. He was still trying to run off and buck me off when I got him. He had a fair amount of training before, but he still had a long ways to go. And turned out to be a really fantastic horse, probably one of the best horses I've ever had in training. If you live up north in one of the colder environments, we're in the south. Our winters are usually pretty mild, highs in the 70s, lows in the 40s. If you'd like to send your horse down so I can keep it conditioned over the winter so you'll be ready to show when it comes back in the spring, or if you have one you'd like to get started, it's a great time of the year to start them, and then in the springtime we'll send it back home and you'll be able to continue.